Welcome to Project Manager to CEO channel. Today we will go through 8 strategic thinking habits every project manager must master. Most project managers are great executors. But execution without strategy is just expensive activity. Here's a shocking fact: 70% of strategic initiatives fail not because of bad plans, but because managers couldn't think beyond their task list. Strategic thinking is the skill that moves you from manager to leader. These 8 points will rewire how you approach every project. Point 1. Strategic managers always zoom out first. Before diving into tasks, understand why the project exists. Ask yourself, how does this connect to company revenue? Without that link, you're managing in the dark. A McKinsey report found 67% of strategy execution fails due to poor alignment. Satya Nadella rebuilt Microsoft by aligning every team to one mission: cloud first. That clarity eliminated thousands of wasted hours. Map your project to one business goal before your next kickoff. Write it at the top of your project charter. That single alignment prevents months of drift. Point 2. Most projects fail because success was never defined. Teams sprint toward an unclear finish line. Can you name 3 measurable outcomes your project must achieve? If not, you don't have a project, you have a wish. Google uses OKRs across every team: clear objectives, measurable key results. Projects with defined success metrics are 2.5x more likely to finish on time. Write down your 3 success metrics before planning begins. Not activities outcomes. Not will launch the feature but will reduce user drop-off by 15%. That distinction is everything. Point 3. A plan assumes the future behaves. It rarely does. Strategic thinkers build 3 scenarios: best case, worst case, and most likely. Jeff Bezos called this working backward from failure. NASA runs a formal premortem before every mission. Teams imagine the project failed and ask why. That exercise has prevented billions in losses. Before your next kickoff, run a 30-minute premortem with your team. Ask, what 3 things could kill this project? Build mitigation plans for each answer. You won't eliminate risk, but you'll stop being blindsided by it. Point 4. Every project has 3 constraints: time, budget, and scope. Most managers treat them as fixed walls. Strategic managers treat them as negotiating chips. Apple faced crisis during the iPhone 4 antenna scandal. Instead of delaying launch, they offered free cases and maintained momentum. In your project, identify which constraint is truly fixed and which is flexible. Time may be locked by a board deadline, but scope almost always has room to adjust. Challenge each constraint with your sponsor before planning freezes. You often have more leverage than you think. Point 5. Most managers keep a stakeholder list. Strategic managers build a stakeholder map. Plot each stakeholder on a 2x2 grid: influence versus interest. High influence, high interest, manage them closely. High influence, low interest, keep them informed and avoid surprises. PMI research found 47% of failed projects cite poor stakeholder engagement. A stakeholder map takes 20 minutes to build. It prevents weeks of conflict and unplanned scope changes. Build yours before the next project phase begins. Revisit it monthly: stakeholder power shifts as projects evolve. Point 6. Waiting for perfect data kills momentum. General Eisenhower launched D-Day with only 60% confidence in the weather forecast. He made the call anyway. Strategic managers use frameworks to decide faster. Try the rapid model: assign roles for recommend, agree, perform, input, and decide. Amazon's disagree and commit culture proves fast decisions beat slow perfect ones. Set a decision deadline for every open issue in your project. If a decision is reversible, make it in 48 hours. If it's irreversible, take 72, but no more. Indecision always has a cost. Point 7. Most project managers track completion percentages. That's a lagging indicator: it tells you what already happened. Strategic managers track leading indicators that predict what's coming. Team velocity tells you if sprints are sustainable. Blocker resolution time tells you if your team is stuck. Stakeholder response time signals fading engagement. Netflix monitors streaming quality metrics daily, not quarterly. That real-time view prevents churn before it shows in reports. Identify your 3 leading indicators this week. Set up a simple dashboard, even a spreadsheet works. Review it every Monday morning. You'll see problems weeks before they hit your timeline. Point 8. Status updates report what happened. Strategic communication explains what it means. Replace "we completed 12 tasks this week" with "we're on track to reduce customer wait time by 20%. Frame every update around business outcomes, not activity lists. Leaders want to know, are we winning? The best project managers speak the language of the boardroom, not the Gantt chart. Before your next status meeting, translate your update into 3 business impact statements. Drop the task list. Lead with outcomes. That shift positions you as a strategic leader, not just a project executor. Here is your action for the next 10 minutes. Open a blank document right now. Write your current project name at the top. Answer exactly 3 questions. What business goal does this project serve? What does success look like in measurable numbers? What is the single biggest risk? That is your strategic foundation. Start there. Everything else builds on those 3 answers. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please like it. Subscribe to get new videos every week. Drop your questions in the comments below. This is Project Manager to CEO. See you in the next one.